Hey everyone, Suzi here, and today we're playing A Watcher of Realms. For today's video, we have dev insights from July 31st today, so let's check these out in case there's some interesting little teasers. Alright, so here in Discord, there is a little bit of a wall of text with some funny reactions, but also some pictures. So we'll start with the pictures first. I will mention that in case you missed it, I did my summons already. I had really cool luck, so that's a fun one to watch. I also took a moment to talk about who you should pick and who I'm picking and why. Then, of course, a conversation about pity swapping and trying to cover different scenarios. And luckily, my summons were actually a weird scenario. I got 2 legendaries along the way before getting close to hitting the 200 for my hero. So that was a good example of showing how to pity swap when things don't go simply. Like pull 170, stop, switch banner, go back, blah blah blah. Like it was actually not that simple this time, which is a good thing because I got some fun heroes along the way. And that was, yeah, a much better luck than the way I felt the last time I summoned. Okay, but let's move on here. We have, yeah, Cyrus to start with. He gets mentioned a lot, so. Cyrus is a lord, but most of his awakenings provide limited support for his defender class. Could his awakening effects be reworked to improve his survivability, summoning abilities, and overall performance as a tank? They do reply, saying Cyrus's durability as a defender and how well his awakenings support that role are both on our radar. We'll consider these points as part of future hero optimization and balance work. So he's on the radar. Definitely want to keep an eye on for a future adjustment. Next up, we have a Final Frontier. Still has room for improvement, with issues such as lag, limited ways to coordinate with teammates, and current matchmaking experience. Could the co-op experience be further optimized? The reply being, we received many Final Frontier suggestions, including latency, communication tools, and matchmaking. We'll continue refining these areas in the future event iterations, with details included in the corresponding version announcement. I don't even. Oh yeah, that was the. I was like, which one is that? My brain just the picture now reminds me. So I think I only got to like part 5. It was definitely the kind of thing where you really do require like proper people to play with for the higher stages, like the even stage 5 and endless maybe. If people don't know what they're doing or pay attention, which I'm guilty of that. I just wanted to blast it. I didn't really dive into that mode at all. But yeah, it's really hard to coordinate. There needs to be an easier way to plan, I guess. I'm not sure what the answer is, though. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What's the answer for this to make it a little more feasible for co-op? Maybe there needs to be like a time period where you press a button to say if you want to chat before the battle starts, so he could be like, okay, I'm gonna do this, this, and this. Can you guys do this? Or are we all good to plan for using this ability at this time? Whatever. I don't even know how people plan for this stuff. Honestly, I'm not used to co-op in these games. I tend to avoid it. And that's why, because it's too complicated. Timings can be annoying. And yeah, I just want to play by myself in these games. But maybe there needs to be, that would be my suggestion, but I'm not someone who does it a lot, so I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. What do you think is the answer? Do you like what I'm saying? Like, should there be a communication period? And maybe you can waive the communication period. You'll be like, if everyone clicks the button to waive the communication period, then you skip it and you just do it. But if one person says, hey, I want to communicate, a chat pops up and says, okay, guy, then you like cut in and have a conversation and they give you like, I don't know, 2 minutes or something, and that gives the chance. But if everyone is like, no man, just let's go, then they can just deny the communication. I don't know how they would do that. I really don't, but there's probably an answer there somehow. Alright, the hero roster continues to grow, but hero capacity has not increased at the same pace. Can the storage limit be expanded, or could additional hero capacity slots be offered at better value? So they reply saying that a hero storage capacity increase is planned for an upcoming version to better support growing rosters. We'll also evaluate the proposal to purchase additional space with diamonds and revisit slot pricing. Capacity and timing details will be shared within a version announcement. So more slots coming soon. That sounds like a yes to me, right? Yeah, I mean, it's so funny because you're like, we don't have 700 heroes, which we don't in the game. But you definitely feel it more now, right? Like when you summon, how quickly do they start flowing into your storage? Or doing a lot of farming and running out of space because the fodder ones take up the space. We definitely need like an auto, not grind, but when we're farming, we need a way for them to go into storage automatically. They've said that, haven't they? In something like this before. Alright, I'm just gonna leave it full screen with all the Discord stuffs and things for the rest of this so I don't forget to switch my screen back and forth and make it look awkward for you guys in a future video. Kidding, not kidding. Alright, Eunomia's holy illumination animation lasts over 3 seconds and prevents her from healing during that time. Would it be possible to shorten or remove the animation? Or allow Eunomia to continue healing while it plays? Ah, interesting. Yeah, that's a really good suggestion. They reply saying, we've noted the holy animation affects Eunomia's healing uptime. We're currently planning to speed up the animation in a future update so she can resume healing sooner. We'll also evaluate whether the skill can be interrupted or allow healing during the animation based on testing results. Confirmed details will be shared in a future update. Ah, that's great. Yeah, that would be ideal. That would be ideal, right? Yeah. Why not? Just let I mean, I guess sometimes the whole points of the animations are like they're charging up to do something fancy, but if it makes her useless, and it's not like if she was so overpowered that you like really needed to time your heals perfectly for this amazing effect or boost or something, and that there was a few seconds of downtime, that might be okay or more accepted, but it's not like she's not super OP. So I kind of need all the healing and cleansing you can get out of her, right? We don't want any downtime. Because she's already not top tier as it is. She's not bad, she's just not great, right? She's kind of that in-between. Okay, Ancient Gear can sometimes roll several blue stats and end up weaker than regular gear. It's so true. Could Ancient Gear be guaranteed to have at least purple substats? And could Noob Gem allow regular gear to be upgraded into Ancient Gear? So the reply is that we're continuing to monitor how different gems are being used, as well as the overall balance of the gear system. In a future update, we'll consider adjustments to the acquisition experience for Ancient Gear and gems with similar effects, with the goal of improving the overall gear progression experience. Stay tuned for future version. They have said they're doing lots of gear overhauling like in general, but it doesn't sound like that's a very specific answer. But yeah, I don't think you should be able to roll a single blue subset on an ancient piece. That's the whole freaking point, right? Right? I think that should be the whole point. I mean, yes, it could be the very bare minimum purple, but it should at least be the very bare minimum purple. I'm absolutely with you guys on that one. Okay, question 6. Reset book may not be the best anniversary reward for every account, especially newer ones. This is interesting because this is actually extremely true. Could a main anniversary reward be changed to a choice chest rather than a reset book or a legendary hero soulstone? I think this is actually a brilliant idea. You can choose between a reset book, an unpolished soulstone, or a polished soulstone. I mean, technically, a legendary hero soulstone that can be used for lords can be used on anybody. So you don't really need an unpolished soulstone as an option. You just try not to do that, right? But at the very least, having a choice between one of the soulstones and a reset book is smart, because reset books to many of us are the most important, most impactful things. But if you don't have anyone that has multiple soul stones in them in the first place, more than one, guys, don't use it on one. I mean, I did it forever ago and I regret it. I'm a stupid. There's really no point to use it. And it's a very confusing thing for new players, because if they get a reset book soon after playing, they think, oh, we get this resource every now and then, that's cool. I'm just gonna reset my hero that I used a bunch of skills on. I did that the very first one we ever got, I think. But yeah, it's like you can reset. If you could just reset anything, you might be like, oops, I skilled this hero and I never used them, I want my skills. And not realize how valuable and insane that is, that you must, like, you really, really, really should save it. And not everybody watches these YouTube videos or looks at social media or asks for advice. Yeah, I think it's kind of silly to say, because you're like, no, but a reset book is always better value than a soul stone, but not really. Like, I think Odd One, my husband, is a good example. He don't need no reset book, he ain't got anybody to reset, but he needs one soul stone for Dao Chen. A1. That would be better value. Ironically, he's just sitting there waiting for soul stones for Dao Chen. And he gets a reset book. He gets the big legendary soul stones that, of course, he should use on his Orin. But he still hasn't gotten normal ones for, like, Dao Chen. So that's a funny, ironic thing. It's like, depending on the person, you might really just prefer a soul stone if you don't have anything to reset. Although, if you get a hero reset book and you don't need it, just save it, guys. Just save it. Use it later when you've put too many of these soul stones into someone else and you're able to get extra duplicates back. All right, question 7. Thank you for listening to the community and continuing to improve Watcher Realms. This has been the best anniversary yet. Oh man. That's just a statement. We're happy to hear you're enjoying the anniversary. Community feedback helps drive continuous improvement and will keep conversation going. Thanks for celebrating with us. That should have been the last question/comment, because that's cute. Okay, to be fair, this was a fantastic anniversary as far as the events they offered. That's very true. I mean, the Moradin Valara, that one was fun and really creative and beautiful visuals, but so is this. Like, the way that they expanded the world and the lore with Jezebel and Kanan, they brought strong stories with those characters that are really interesting. They brought in this Valderon's backstory with the lore of Jezebel kind of coming into the picture and talking to Valderon. They brought in more of that whole realm story, which includes the return of Valderon, like the lore that I'm going to be posting here. I swear, I'm posting the lore, I hope tomorrow, guys. I keep pushing it back every day. I'm sorry. But yeah, more lore to come. And yeah, they brought in the whole lore. They brought in the lore, the gallery stuff that a lot of people don't care about, but some do. The chronicles. They brought in amazing visuals, and they brought in a really cool hero in Kanan that is fantastic for everybody. And Jezebel's really interesting as a lord. She's very different, very strong in her areas. And yeah, I don't know. Just thought it was a really cool set of just the heroes themselves. But it's also cool that they did like 2 different bosses based on those heroes. Really interesting and very well done, I do have to say. I can't be mad there. They did pretty darn good. Alright, question 8. The large artifact pool makes it very difficult to obtain specific artifacts such as the Golden Cudgel. Even after excessive forging and stamina investment, could Artifact Forge offer permanent 10 times rate up for one selected artifact, with a stronger rate ups during special events? That's true. Like, there should always be... I think what would be fun, personally, is when certain heroes are on a banner, the forging has all of those artifacts as a rate up. Let's do that. Like, if limited heroes, pick your own banner for limited, all of the limited hero artifacts are on a rate up. All of them. Or again, the pick your own, you can choose between whichever ones are currently on a banner. That'd be cool. So they say permanent select artifact option with stronger special event rate ups will be part of our internal discussion. Okay, good. We'll keep overall artifact forging experience in mind and announce confirmed changes. Yeah, I'm kind of sick of getting Dao Chan's artifact every single time I pull, to be fair. I would like to boost some other ones. Oh my gosh, I swear I just get hers every single time I do any pulls. It's my meme now. I wish I actually like wrote down how many extras I've gotten of hers without trying. Alright, question 9. Several important progression milestones do not have related achievements. Would you consider adding achievements for arena draws, higher trial and raid stages, tied 200, major apocalypse and matrix scores, apex overlord, collecting 2 lords from every faction, etc.? They do say we're already planning a set of achievement improvements for faction trials in a future version. The other milestone ideas will be included in our evaluation for upcoming achievement updates. The final achievement list will appear in future updates or future patch notes, whatever. Okay. All right, next we have basic purple augmentation gems quickly lose value after advanced augmentation gems become available. Yeah, right? Could basic augmentation gems be converted into advanced? And runic augmentation gems at reasonable ratio. Yes, conversions. I love that idea. All right, we see the value in giving standard augmentation gems more long-term utility. Further gem system optimization is planned for a future version update. More details. Standard, yeah. I love the idea of converting. A lot of games do that for other resources. Why not? Alright, question 11. Obtaining a quad stat faction ring currently depends heavily on RNG from foraging. Well, yeah. Would allowing transmutation gems to work on faction rings provide a more reliable way to improve their substats? So, transmutation gems currently support Ancient Mythic and Variant Mythic gear only, and faction-exclusive rings are not included. This is working as designed under the current system. So no, that is intended. That's an interesting one though, why not? I guess, fine. Whatever. I guess it's just like they know certain sets are designed for a certain faction in mind, but I mean, it depends. Like, what if you want this one for a healer versus a DPS? Those are 2 very different things. So, I don't know. Not sure on that one how I feel. I always like options, but I also respect when a game is like, no, this is our design. Trust us, it's fine. Because it goes back to the question or comment of people think they want everything for free, everything easy, everything options. Easy. But then when it happens, sometimes it's not really what you want, or sometimes things get too busted or boring or whatever. And even something as simple as that could be like resulting in ridiculously stupid OP gear that feels unfair and even more power creep and even more, you know, divide in who's the best character in the game. If you could just make this one piece of gear always be this one thing that's a little too busted, so they're trying to keep it down to a boost but not broken by forcing it to be certain sets or certain stats. I don't know. I'm not trying to talk out of my ass, but you know what I mean, guys, right? Yep. Okay. War of Fates requires a significant amount of time and resources, but points do not count toward Odyssey objective 10-point based events. This doesn't matter. They already changed it. I was literally on the do 10 get all points for 10 events. I was on that. And then after the update, it auto-cleared and I moved on. So they already fixed that. They did say they're working on it, whatever, they're aware of it. No, it's already been done. It's already, yep, it's good. It's already out there. All right, guys, that is this video. Dev Insights. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you hope to see on the next Hot Topics special episode? What do you want to hear them talk about in the next Hot Topics? I'll try to if I see some replies on that, I will try to share to my contact as a suggestion. All right, yeah, that is all, and I'll see you in the next one.